Welcome to the third episode of PluginIndia Show, and I'm Amit.
And I'm Rafi.
Rafi, you know what? I've been checking some data in the last
Yeah.
2 years. There were about 40 lakh cars that were made and sold in India, and there were about 200 lakh two wheelers
Wow.
and 8 lakh units of commercial vehicles.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine we would have consumed about 206.2 million tons of oil?
That is whopping.
We are third
Uh-huh.
after United States and China.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine that? We are basically ruled by oil. Me, you, and Rafe also.
Oh my God. I totally agree with you, actually, Amit. And let's not forget that it's the governments which stand to make the most amount of money from this in the form of taxes.
Sure.
Never before in the history of human civilization have we been fooled in such a large scale. This is something which is important to us in our daily lives, mobility, as well as our health, wealth, and well being.
Surely.
And it's all done by this trio of automobile manufacturers, fossil fuel producers, and governments.
Yep. And that's exactly why the electric mobility industry is looked at such skepticism and cynicism by these corporates.
Exactly. Electric mobility is a serious disruption to this establishment.
Talking about disruption, you know what? These ICE manufacturers should be given a mandate. They can only make EV vehicles from now on.
That
That's
would be
it.
awesome. That would be awesome.
Yeah. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about in our first news story, guys.
All right.
So moving to our first story today, Rafe, the government is expected to mandate, that all the three-wheelers will be electric from 2023, April 2023, and all the two-wheelers, which is below 150cc, will be electric again from April 2025. This is, also going to be a similar deadline for the, transport vehicles, the buses, all sorts of transport vehicles actually. This is going to be a great news for all EV lovers actually.
Oh
What do you
yes,
think?
in every episode of the Plug in India show, we've been talking about why companies, big companies like Bajaj, TVS, Hero, etc., should transition completely to electric. And now our government is dead serious to push a big auto into this, as said by Shri Nitin Gadkari. And this is indeed a very refreshing change.
But the ICE companies hate these proposals. The Society of the Indian Automobile Manufacturers, SIAM, released a statement recently saying the government's ambition of getting EVs on board needs to be tempered with a practical approach and without needlessly disrupting the automotive industry.
Did he say that, Amit?
Yes,
That word
needlessly.
needlessly. Oh my God, it's as though it's fine to just inhale all these toxic fumes and keep on using this non-renewable resource, which are the fossil fuels. And it's all great, Amit,
Yeah.
as long as the money flows into the pocket of these big ice companies.
I know, right? The TVS chairman had something to say about this. What he said is, we've been doing serious development work to ensure we can offer a mass market EV product. The supporting infrastructure for charging also needs to be robust as conventional fuel options. The auto industry globally is still a long way away from all of this. To force an unrealistic deadline for mass adoption of electric two and three wheelers will not just create consumer discontent, but it will also risk derailing auto manufacturing in India
Wow.
completely. Is that what he's saying?
TVS had invited Plug in India to their offices in 2017, late 2017, and they had shown us an almost ready two-wheeler, which they were going to launch, and they were talking about charging stations with their dealers. Uh, Now, when the government has started to crack the whip, suddenly, Amit, they come out and they make all
Nothing's
these
there, right?
corporate
Yeah.
statements.
Yep, yep. They have the excuse of charging infrastructures is
Yeah.
actually non-existent because now you can just take out the battery,
And-
take it to your
yeah.
home and charge it. So I don't understand that.
It's totally ridiculous.
Completely. All these ICE vehicles are emitting so much of air pollutants in the atmosphere, and people are going on breathing it. They don't realize how crappy it is and how sick they will get. It's going to affect anybody and everybody, young people, old people. The government has given these ICE companies a 6-year span of time, and yet they're not doing anything about it. They can still go and make a 200cc bike. They can do a 151cc, but nothing. They're not enthusiastic at all about this whole thing.
Totally, Amit. And the government this time has been not relenting. There was a big meeting held with ICE manufacturers, with young EV startups, and called by Niti Aayog on the 21st of June. Apparently, in this meeting, Siam, TVS, Bajaj, Hero, they were all there, but they were not willing to budge. They were very against getting EVs into the mainstream.
Yep.
But the government also made sure that they did not budge from the 2025 deadline.
Okay.
It looks like there was great progress made.
And if they don't do it, the court will step in.
Oh yes, courts are going to step in, and Niti Aayog this time has asked for a plan from the ICE manufacturers
Wow.
how they are going to shift into electric vehicles.
That's great news.
So if you're looking to buy a two-wheeler, do not support these big ICE companies. Don't give them your money. If you are a student, a housewife, a
Anybody.
working professional, a business owner, just buy an EV. Don't support big ICE. Make sure these electric vehicle companies prosper.
So, Rafi, the big news is
Uh-huh.
that Hyundai Kona is having its launch event on July 9th.
That is amazing, Amit. And the Plug in India team has been invited to this event.
Wow.
So, guys, watch out. We're going to be there to meet the Hyundai team, and we're going to get lots of videos for you guys.
Tell me something about the specs, no?
Well, the car is amazing. This is the first real SUV which has been launched, electric SUV. It's got a 39 kilowatt hour battery pack, which is about 4 times the size of our E2Os.
Wow.
This car will compete with the likes of, say, the Toyota Fortuner or the Jeep Compass or the Ford Endeavour or the Honda Civic or the Mitsubishi Pajero.
Yeah, and usually we see these elephants going around with only 1 or 2 passengers in it.
Oh, yes, that is
Right?
really anti-environment, anti-India.
Completely.
All of these oil-guzzling SUV owners, you should watch out for the Hyundai Kona.
I did read Kamlesh's blog.
Right.
There were some interesting pointers on it saying that, it could, if you're using a regular 15 amp socket,
Oh, yes.
it could take like nearly half a day, 13 hours to charge.
13 hours to
this.
charge. It's a 7.2 kilowatt power requirement.
Yeah.
And normally most apartment houses, they have a 5 kilowatt hour meter.
Right.
So they would require to get a fresh meter with a bigger load. And even though most apartment buildings do have 3-phase power coming for the lifts and porta motors,
But they'll have to do this
they'll
separately.
have to get a separate meter if they want to use quick charging or
Got
faster
it.
charging.
What
in
about the
Hyundai Kona.
wiring?
The wiring also, Amit, will need to change. Normally, we have
Okay.
2.5 square mm wires for our 15 ampere sockets.
Okay.
But for this 7.2 kilowatt hour, what we will require is a 10 square mm wire.
Okay.
And the MCBs and the cabling associated with it will also require changing. So this is not something which is a direct upfront transplant to a regular E2O.
Yeah, I understand. There is a little bit of hassle about, getting a Hyundai Kona.
Yeah.
And in case if you not want to wait for 13 hours.
Yeah,
to
which
charge
is
it.
what it'll take for
Yeah.
a 15 ampere socket. That's something to watch out for.
Yeah, but something that can be worked. I
It can
guess.
be solved. It's not something that can't be solved.
So I would recommend you guys read Kamlesh's blog.
Right.
And stay tuned to the Plug in India channel because we'll be streaming this live on 9th of July from the Hyundai Kona launch event. Look out for the link below. So Rafi, there is a new SUV being launched from MG Motors called EZS, and this will be launched by the end of this year in December.
Awesome, Amit. Can you tell me a little bit more about this?
Sure, I mean, I did some research and it turns out MG Motors is a Shanghai-based manufacturers and they are one of the largest electric car manufacturers in China.
Wow.
So they say that, this car will have over-the-air technology and the range will be about 300 kilometers. And guess what? By the end of this year, they plan to have 120 sales and service centers across India.
Awesome.
Yeah, completely. And you know what? The EZS was also showcased in the London Motor Show. And we saw some interesting things there that, the charging point
Right.
is in the front,
Uh-huh.
not behind.
That's different.
And they have a huge infotainment system screen.
So lovely.
Exactly. This will be like an internet car, which means that it will be completely equipped with the brand's iSmart next-gen technology.
Awesome, Amit. This sounds very impressive, and this is the first electric SUV that's coming to the market.
Surely.
It's really needed in India, where you have so many gas guzzling, diesel guzzling SUVs.
Yeah.
And even if a small percentage shift to electric, that'll be great for the country.
Surely. And we wish the MG Motor India team all the best, and we look forward to it. Keep in touch with Plug in India. We can showcase you again. There are electric vehicle buses coming into the market also from a
Lovely.
manufacturer called Olectra-BYD in Hyderabad. They already have about 40 electric buses and it's ferrying people across Hyderabad from the international airport. every month, and about 4.7 lakh passengers are using this service.
Wow, Amit. And what I've heard is that this is two companies, Olectra Green Tech Limited, who is in partnership with a Chinese company called BYD Auto Industry Company Limited. And these two together have become Olectra-BYD, and they have 108 buses on road already, which is the largest fleet across states in the cities of Himachal Pradesh, Mumbai, Pune, Kerala, and now even Telangana.
Wow, and I can actually give you some facts here and some numbers, because 78 lakhs of fuel cost has been saved, 5 plus lakh kilometers covered in India, 1 lakh 70,000 liters of diesel avoided, 2,700 trees to achieve same CO2 reduction in 1 year.
This is fantastic. This totally ties into the FAME 2 goal of adding 7,000 electric buses in 3 years.
Wow. So Sahara Group is entering into the EV space also by the name of Sahara Evols, Rafi.
That is awesome.
Yep, and Subrata Roy Sahara had something to say. Let's get to that. I am proud to introduce Sahara Evols, a range of electric vehicles that will not only offer an eco-friendly transport solution for all our citizens here, but also make their daily commuting easy and pocket-friendly. The company will have a product mix. They will have three-wheelers, they will have cars, bikes, and also charging stations and batteries.
That is awesome, Amit. But where are they launching?
Where they will be having an experience center in Lucknow first. There are many more experience centers planned across the city, across the country. You can see the map here, and they've also listed some electric scooters on their website.
This is a first that some electric car company has decided to launch in Lucknow.
Yeah.
It's an interesting, a new place to start. We
Completely.
wish them all the luck, and we hope to walk into one of these experience centers soon.
At the earliest, yeah. Let's head to the Twitter section now, and Twitter world is buzzing with EV news, both interesting and funny. Rafi?
Right.
We have the first tweet here from Pawan K. Goenka, who is the managing director of Mahindra & Mahindra. Mahindra is getting future ready, guys. They have its EV powertrain plant near Chakan in Pune with a 200 crore investment, and they have a battery, motor transmission, power electronics, capacity for about 50,000 vehicles a year, which they already had one in Bangalore. Now they have one in Pune also.
Amit, the next tweet is from Tarun Mehta, who has tweeted after looking at Amitabh Kant's tweet.
Okay.
These guys were just in a big summit meeting at Niti Aayog on the 21st of
Right,
June,
right,
and
yeah.
EV makers as well as ICE manufacturers were there.
Okay.
And Niti Aayog has taken a firm stance, to which Tarun Mehta feels that Indian electrics market is very proactive. And unlike other foreign countries, where the policy comes much later, after the disruption, we are kind of hand in hand with the disruptions.
Okay.
So this is a really good news for the EV industry.
Wow. Our next tweet is from Autocar, and they tweeted about the Shell electric mobility oils. These electric mobility oils actually make the EV performance better. Here is what they're saying. Shell lubricants provide the ultimate protection no matter what car you drive. Our new e-fluids are the result of significant investment in R&D, partnering with car manufacturers around the world to improve vehicle performance. In a way, it's a good thing. I mean, but you know what? Shell entering the EV market is a little strange.
Being an
to
oil
hear.
company.
Yeah, but then it's good to hear that. You know, maybe they have some new products coming up further up, which could be, e-sense of God or, you never know, e-snake oil.
Snake oil, yeah.
Yeah. So, Shell, thank you.
Yeah, and give us some more holy grail fluid. Amit, the next tweet is from Mobisi, and these guys have started in the Delhi NCR region.
Okay.
They originally started with a very mini electric cycle called Zip 1, and now they've come up with full-fledged electric scooters.
Wow.
In the Gurgaon area. And do try them out, viewers. We've done a video. Please check out the link below.
Now we're heading to the Plug in India live section, where our Patreon caller, Mr. Rajit Arya, CEO of ARTEM, will be calling us.
And we are very thankful to Rajit for supporting us all this while, our Plug in India platform.
And
That's Rajit.
here we have Rajit calling us now.
Hi, Rajit.
Hello.
Hi, Rajit. This is Rafi,
Hi,
And
Rafi, how
I'm
are you?
Amit here.
and Amit is here with me. And
How are you doing?
Good, good. How are you?
Very well, thank
Awesome.
you. And we're going to move to the first question straight away.
Sure.
You might have heard about the government plans to ensure faster adoption of electric vehicles, and they are suggesting 100% EV for sale of three wheelers by 2023 and two wheelers below 150cc by 2025.
Yeah.
And many of the big ICE manufacturers like TVS and the Bajaj Auto have now termed this plan as unrealistic and impractical.
Impractical. Yeah.
So, Rajit, you have actually had a production facility selling hundreds of electric scooters back in 2012 to 2015. Do you think this goal is unrealistic and impractical?
Yeah.
In my personal opinion, no, it's not unrealistic.
Mhm.
The very reason is that electric two-wheelers do not require infrastructure to come up before the vehicles can be sold, unlike four-wheelers
Mhm.
and passenger cars. So the technology is available. The product manufacturing life cycle is quite quick compared to that for ICE.
I understand. Yeah.
So all they have to do is integrate new products with powertrains that are already available in the market or develop their own. Unfortunately, Indian ICE companies, the ones that you named, haven't really developed their own powertrains in the past for even ICE vehicles. So if they want to continue doing that, then it is even more realistic and achievable.
Uh-huh. So you're
Because
saying
then
it's reverse.
because then they act just as integrators. So there are more than enough powertrain technologies available globally. All they have to do is create vehicles around them.
Great. So, you think this is possible?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Great.
And Rajat, what about switching three wheelers, at least public transport and cabs, to electric by 2025? Is that a practical goal?
Again, in my opinion, public transport like buses, like cars, and the services industry, especially ride-hailing services like Uber, Ola, and so on, should be mandated to move to electric because uh, if you have to believe what the large companies that you mentioned earlier are saying, that it's going to be impractical and unrealistic, if we were to give them the benefit of doubt and take their point, then if the buses and the cabs switch to electric, buses are operated by government organizations mostly, very few private buses, and cabs are operated by again they're private or privately owned cabs, but operated by under government licenses. So when the government is involved, infrastructure will come up really quickly.
Surely.
So if it's a government mandate to put buses and cabs on roads and make them all electric by 2025, that would be the right way to go, because then the public infrastructure would come up alongside, and the private sector will then be able to sell vehicles even on the passenger car side.
Yep.
Awesome.
Great. So ultimately, the criticism to these big ICE manufacturers is that they would like to continue, business as
Yeah,
usual
just-
and won't make efforts to change. So having deadlines from the government is actually a good thing. Like it is 2019, and these big players don't have a single electric scooter or motorbike in market, which is unacceptable. What are your thoughts on that?
So it is true that they could have come out with electric vehicles already, but it doesn't fare well with their existing product lines. So it's not an easy move for them. We have to give them that
Right. It's
benefit
not
of doubt.
all. Yeah.
But when it comes to government deadlines working in favor of the industry moving forward, there is another issue to that the government needs to be very clear on its stand. The government has constantly been changing its stand.
That is
Earlier
true.
we heard about 2030, then we heard
Right.
about 2023, now 2025,
Right.
only two-wheelers and three-wheelers.
And no four
So,
wheelers.
yes,
Yeah.
and now again there's a statement from Niti Aayog that 2030 deadline for all vehicles is going to come up.
Okay.
So the government first needs to clear its stand,
Got
and
that.
then it can
Not
kind of
vacillate.
bulldoze the private companies to move towards electric. So it's not going to happen unless the government has a very clear-cut stand.
Yeah.
Agreed.
We want that they shouldn't keep vacillating.
Yeah. It should be in the form of an executive order or a bill if it has
Something
to
more
be
concrete,
a new Motor Vehicles Act or something like that. But it's not going to happen unless the government is very, very crystal clear on its stand. And you have to respect the fact that all these companies have billions of dollars invested in manufacturing,
yes.
and also they've invested a lot of money in product development for their existing product
Existing
lines.
ICE platforms, right?
Yes. So they need clarity. They need clarity. They cannot. I mean, as a EV enthusiast, or all of us as EV enthusiasts would, be like, why the hell can they not do it?
Yeah, why just not
But
move?
it's not that easy if you get into the crux of it and the minor details of it. But absolutely realistic and practical and achievable. If they try to term it as impractical or something they can't do, that's not true. If they have clarity, they can do it.
Rajat, we have a question for you regarding the investment scenario in the two-wheeler space, and how is ARTEM shaping up?
So you've seen investments happen in a couple of companies like Ather, Ultraviolet, Torque. We recently heard about Ampere getting acquired. So investments in the industry have typically happened as consecutive rounds to the same company or the same companies. But new companies are having challenges raising capital. That's also because the investor sentiment is to wait and watch what these early players who raised capital early on do with that capital. And unfortunately, some of them have not delivered on the timelines that they had committed after raising a lot of capital.
Got that. So I guess Rajat, thank you so much for your your time and calling us here. And from the Plug in India team, once again, thank you.
Thank you, Rajat.
Thanks.
We'll talk to you soon. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye. Thanks. Nice talking to you guys. Bye bye.
So this is the I Have the Power section, Rafi, and we will be showing videos of different viewers of ours who've sent in to us.
Right, Amit, let's dive right in. Ayan Ahmad from Bengaluru sends us a video update of his Ather S450, the first OTA update that has happened.
Wow.
Let's check out the video.
Hello everybody, I am Ayan. I am showing you the new update, new features of this update. First thing you can notice is the percentage right there. So it stays on even when you are moving. So like that, and this thing stays on even in the sport mode. So the other feature we can see is the trip A, trip B, and the current ride. So if you want to reset it, we can just go here and click yes, and then it is reset. And then another one is a reorganization of this place. General says our name and a nice 3D model there. Model, VIN number, software version, so you can contact the customer service for any new update or so. The good thing about this update is we can also see the tire pressure, not the live one, but what is recommended, just that. And then another good feature is the settings part. We have the auto brightness, so auto brightness off, auto brightness on. What this does is it will at the nights it will not be as bright as it used to be. Another new feature is guide me home. So when you on that, so when you turn the key off, the light stays on for approximately 15 seconds. So I do not prefer to keep it on. So yeah, you go yes. Next one is errors. For any error within the vehicle, then comes shutdown. So you have in this thing, just like the previous one, you can also zoom in, and whenever you require it, then you go that off. And then the last one is the shut off. So when you want to shut off, then you just do that. So the good thing about this is we can see how many watt per hour, watt hour per kilometer we have used. So my average is around 30 to 35. So that is what is promised, around 32. So yeah, happy riding.
Hey, that was a great video, and we saw some updates that happened, and we would like to bring two up and just to let you know the safety alerts. There were real-time notifications
Right.
that came into picture now. This is something fresh which has happened in the software. When the car is charging, not charging, all these real-time notifications will
Right
come
on
on your
Phone,
phone.
yeah.
And something else that was fixed as a bug, which was the charger lock. The charging connecting will only happen when the key is put in and it's turned on.
So nobody can just pull out
Pull
the
it out when the
charger
key
when
is
this-
not there.
All right. Amit, we have our next video from Anubhav Kundu, Kolkata,
Yep.
and he's been a regular contributor on Plugin India. He sends us a video about the Tata Starbus EV, which has been operating in Kolkata. Let's take a look at it.
Okay. First experience of Tata Starbus EV was just awesome. No noise, fast acceleration, good AC quality, seats are comfortable, braking is quick and powerful. The motor makes a sweet hum when accelerating. Has a three-way switch for forward or neutral or reverse. Fare is same as in other AC buses. The bus takes just 5 to 6 seconds to come to city speed from a stop. On the inside, there is no noise except for the AC compressor running. They don't like it because it's not peppy enough. But I witnessed a faster average speed today and entered college within 40 minutes, in contrast to 1 hour in diesel buses. After riding this bus, I find diesel buses lagging in performance. So the next video is shared by Samiran Dev from Panipat. It's about a fast charger, a DC fast charger installed in the Delhi-Chandigarh highway. You can check out his YouTube channel, Techno Guru.
If you have any videos to send to our I Have the Power section, please email them to ashish@pluginindia.com and we'll feature them in our show.
Rafe, let's look at the community charge points now. This section where we actually do the updates on what are the new charge points across in the community in India. So the first one is come from Ather. Ather has sent us data for new Ather charge points, which pods installed across Chennai. And we have now listed them in our Recharge India app. If you are in Chennai, let us know if you can go and test these charging pods. And you can also send us a video of you testing them out. We can feature them on our
Charge
Plugin
Point
India
Watch,
show or charge in this watch basically. So remember, Ather charge grids are also open to any electric
Other electric vehicles,
scooters. You can go and charge there, or cars.
Amit, we have our northernmost community charge point,
Wow.
Lucky Tire House from Batala in Amritsar.
Punjab, right?
In Punjab. They have registered on our app. And so now, guys, they are available to you to go and charge. If you are a business owner and you would like to register your business on our app, please write into us and we will also show you on our charge point wash.
It's time to give away the prize. Let's go and select one.
All right, here goes. And the winner is
Praveen Kapoor, and he will be getting the Dump the Pump cap from Plugin India team.
Congratulations, Praveen. The first episode, we gave away a free charge point, Amit,
Yeah.
and it has now been installed at the Bandstand Entertainment office.
Wow.
Let's show you the video of the new charge point.
So he's updated, he's installed this here. There are 3 connectors, one on the left, one here and one on the right. And there is a passcode to start each of the charging.
Thank you so much, Mastech, for sponsoring this brand new charge point. It has been added to our community charge point and it's available on the app. You guys can go and check it out.
Thank you, all our Patreon members. We really, really appreciate your support. Your names are there below right now. And, we really appreciate it.
Yes, and all of you who are following us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and all the social media channels, we love you and thanks for following us.
And if you still haven't subscribed, please go hit the subscribe. And if you want to be a Patreon member, please do that. We will be featuring you with your names running below.
Oh, yes.
So, ice out.
EV in.